Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Varsity Club Lacrosse podcast presented by Focus on the Field. Now, Focus on the Field is an administrative service provider focused on youth sports organizations. They offer a fully outsourced turnkey solution to the administrative burden facing administrators, coaches, and volunteers. They offer multiple services through administration, communication, registration, and technology. The Focus on the Field team has extensive experience in youth services and parent engagement with a deep understanding of the nuance involved in driving a positive experience. This, combined with years of industry knowledge in youth sports, has enabled Focus on the Field to become the modern solution in optimizing youth sports administration. All right, now back to the episode. Hello and welcome to the Varsity Club Lacrosse podcast, your go-to source for all things club lacrosse. Now on today's episode, we're having a very special episode where we only have one segment, but it is an interview with Andrew Golden and Tommy Chandler, the co-founders of the Varsity Club Lacrosse podcast. All right, let's dive into the interview. Here with us, we have former Purdue Lacrosse Supervisor of Morale, Andrew Golden, and former Purdue Lacrosse Director of Football Operations, Tommy Chandler, Purdue legends from 2017 to 2022, and the legendary creators of Varsity Club Lacrosse. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. Happy to be
good.
on.
Just hanging out, just doing well. Thanks for having us.
I would have loved if that intro just said creators of Club Lacrosse. It just feels like the same thing at this point.
No.
not at all.
Yeah.
Back to the legends. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there were guys before us.
There definitely were.
Before you guys became the legendary co-founders of Varsity Club Lacrosse, what was it like playing lacrosse at Purdue?
You want to go first, Tommy?
Yeah, I'll go first. So playing lacrosse at Purdue, so in high school, when I finally decided I wanted to go to Purdue, my dad was like, "Oh, you should play club lacrosse," and I was like, "No, I don't want to play lacrosse in college. I'm done with the sport. I've been playing it all 4 seasons, 4 years straight, and I was done." And then walked by one of their practices one fall afternoon, and I was like, well, yeah, no, I kind of want to play again. So I started playing that next spring, and yeah, it was perfect. Found a great group of guys, and yeah, was able to just keep playing the sport that I loved in the middle of Indiana, which was kind of crazy too. People don't realize lacrosse is kind of everywhere now. Even in Indiana, it's not nothing bad about Indiana lacrosse. But, yeah.
You just wouldn't expect it. You feel like lacrosse is typically a coast sport, mostly upper Northeast.
Yeah, but so I went to Purdue for engineering, and then just being able to actually play lacrosse out there ended up being such a blessing. Basically, it's pretty awesome. So that's my serious answer.
Yeah, I mean, I've had pretty much the same experience. I was good, just never playing again. And then freshman year, that orientation career fair thing, just decided to go to the table, and seemed cool, seemed fun. So I just started playing it, and I didn't look back after that. Just had a ton of fun. Also had the same opinion about Indiana lacrosse coming from the East Coast. Really had no idea. I hadn't really left the East Coast that much, and was surprised. And yeah, it is big out there, and glad I got to play out there.
Yeah, so where are you guys both from, and what was lacrosse like growing up? Did you guys play a bunch of intramurals, or was it just strictly high school? You guys elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I grew up in Connecticut and started playing in 2nd grade. So it's kind of been something I've been doing my whole life, and yeah, including up to now too, still playing after college and stuff like that. So it's yeah, it's just been a part of my life. Is that the question, right? Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Started talking about
Good.
lacrosse.
Doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great,
Started
Tommy.
thinking
Doing
about
great.
lacrosse. Wow. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm from Quincy, Massachusetts. Pretty similar to Connecticut. It's big there. Started playing in middle school just because it was pretty popular at my school and in my area. And then, I mean, yeah, just kept playing in high school. I feel like it was pretty serious at my high school, and so I was glad to kind of get that club experience in college.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
when you go
Oh,
for it.
sorry.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, like, I remember like going into high school being like, yeah, I want to go D1, and then like after like 2 years of summer club ball and like high school with tough coaches, I was just like, yeah, maybe like I'm done after high school. This is like a little too intense. Like, I feel like that's a pretty common like sports thing, but then club is just like it's a step below that. You're just there because you want to play.
Yeah, definitely good
It,
balance. Just
I mean, every team is different, I guess. There's some teams where you can't just go because you want to play, but like I guess that's one of the cool things about club lacrosse too. Like you've got like the liberties and then like the people recruiting and like committing places, and then you've got like most club teams where you can just probably try out and just play if you've got the funds to do so.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that even in the span from when I started playing at Purdue and you guys as well, like the amount of intensity just continued to keep on going up. Like when we talked with Coach Som in our previous episode, go check it out. Um, he definitely like changed the culture there. And Tommy, like you were saying, like every team is different and every school is different. Um, so it's always interesting to see that every team in school can also change within a span of 4 years of how intense that they're going to be. Some teams, they only want to party and just play lacrosse on the weekends and they don't really care. And then some teams are really into it and really intense and they want to win a championship. So it's awesome to kind of like be a part of different schools and different teams and different cultures.
Yeah, like I mean the culture on the team, like me and Golden's freshman year was definitely different before we had Coach Som. Not to call anybody out, but our I don't know, it was a different experience on that team, I guess. Like coaching and leadership has a lot to do with those teams, and that's how they basically like sustain themselves. And yeah, I mean, it can go wrong sometimes with coaches, and it can go right. And I think Som's doing a good job now. And yeah, I don't know about the guy before that though.
Yeah, but we won't talk about him. We won't talk
Yeah,
about him.
club lacrosse coaches, we love them, absolutely love them, but they're pretty hit or miss if we're being honest. Some you don't know really what you're going to get, and
It
even I've been in that process of hiring coaches, and I'm also not going to say much, but you go into it thinking you got one thing and you come out with another, and so yeah, it makes things very interesting. But that what you guys talked about, it being different from your senior to or freshman to senior year, is the exact same I went through, and I think the exact same a lot of people go through, which is just club lacrosse. There's a lot of turnover everywhere, even with the players, the coaches, so makes it a little tough sometimes. But once you find that sweet spot, it is so awesome.
Yeah. It's one of the weird things about the league, I guess, too. Like, I mean, I guess in the NBA, like if the players hate their coach and stuff, they can get him fired. But like in the MCLA, like in most cases, like the players are the ones who are paying the coach and can actually like decide to fire their coach, which is just such a weird dynamic, honestly, like thinking
yeah,
about how other sports are run. But yeah, just such a weird like thing to get used to. I remember those meetings in the freshman year, and it's like, this is weird. Like, I don't know. Like, how are we in charge of this situation now?
Yeah, a bunch of 18, 22-year-olds just deciding a man's fate is kind of crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
So I feel like a lot of people just don't really know. I feel like I might not even know the full reasons and process that it took to kind of start this social media account. And so what was that idea like? And like going from joking about it to then being serious, and what were the steps leading to getting it started?
Well, getting started, I think it was Nick Oscello was talking about MCLA randomly. He's just like, oh, like, tell me about your MCLA team. A bunch of people were commenting. I commented to someone else's reply because I felt like, they didn't really know what they were talking about. They're kind of wrong about something. Got into a little beef for a little bit, and then after that, went to Tommy and I was like, hey, we should make our own Twitter account, just talking about the league, so people know about it. People know, what's actually going on and how it is. And I think after that, it was just kind of like we would just do some stuff, and like one thing would work and do really well, and then like take us up a level, and then we just try this other new thing, and people like that. And so that's just kind of how it's been going. Just we just put stuff out there and people seem to like it, so just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Not too much of a plan, honestly.
I love it.
Yeah, like we saw people kind of like just like, I don't know, they'd be like, whoa, like Georgia has a club lacrosse team, that's cool. Like, I don't know, like, but they didn't actually understand club lacrosse. So it seemed like most of the attention it was getting online was kind of like not negative attention. It was all good attention and like good intentions too. That was a tongue twister. But
Nice, dude. That was good.
yeah, dude, I'm spitting right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's just something about club lacrosse too, where like if you've played it, like the certain like intricacies and stuff like that, like the weird things about the league. And just playing club lacrosse is like, I mean, you're playing college lacrosse at the end of the day, but the experience is definitely very unique. And like me and Golden kind of like knew that experience, we were living it, so we were like, all right, like we've got our actual perspective now, it's just like tweet some jokes about it and just post some cool pictures of uniforms and stuff, and kind of took off from there.
Yeah,
it was pretty.
Go for it.
I was gonna say it was pretty cool seeing that all these other teams and kids had like almost pretty much the same experience we had. Because I guess before doing this, we didn't really think about like, oh, I wonder what this team's doing. I wonder how these kids like handle this. And I never really expected everyone to be pretty similar, but started to realize that after making this account that we can all kind of relate to the same things. Like hating your club sports department. I feel like that's a big thing people can agree on.
Yeah.
Go for it. The Zoom thing's hard, you never know when someone's gonna talk.
I know, it's tough.
Yeah.
Like, remember when me and Golden used to be doing the interviews, like we always kind of wanted to talk shit about the club sports department, but we were still like at Purdue at the time. So we were like, let's like be careful. Like, I mean, the odds of them seeing it are low, but we also like, there's a history there and stuff too, with like
a lot of history.
Joel Donnelly and Twitter and stuff like that, tweeting them that they were homeless or something. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were not
Yeah.
that they were homeless because club sports like didn't give us this field or something like that. They got mad about the tweet, and it's like, well, you're not giving us a field either. So like, and I might be butchering that, so I hope he doesn't watch. And like, I don't know, if he
I think that was right.
Yeah, okay, I don't want him tweeting me.
Shout out to Joel Donnelly, Purdue legend.
Yeah,
the Notes app apology is out there still. Joel's Notes app apology. If you scroll through the Twitter.
But that's a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like the schools not supporting their club sports compared to like where we talked to the CUI guys on a previous episode. Go listen. They talked about how much their school supports them, and like they have funding, and it's just a huge part of like a huge collaboration between their school and their club team. Whereas some schools like Purdue, where they don't really appreciate all the club sports that they have, or at least support.
They're like, hey, build you a field, but it'll be 2 miles off of campus. Like that's
yeah. And it's getting better. It used to be way worse, but I heard it's getting better. So hopefully it gets better for most universities going forward too. So I noticed you guys are wearing some Varsity Club Lacrosse merch. Where can people go ahead and get them?
Yeah, I got the Coors Light. Tom's got the Dunkin' Donuts. Go
Yep.
on second slide corner store. Also, if you don't have your own second slide corner store, you should get one.
Yep.
Because probably the best option out there, honestly. Quick plug for second slide. But yeah, link in our bio should just say like merchandise store, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. And shout out Dunkin' Donuts and Coors Light for partnering with us and having us use their logos. That's a really cool partnership for us. And yeah, any any teams that are selling merch, like, it makes it super easy. And yeah, there we go. That was a good ad right there too. We're not even getting paid for that, but will if you buy our merch. So there we go.
So I was wondering if you guys just tried to copyright those logos, or if you actually got in touch, or they got in touch with you about partnering up and making some merchandise. How does that really work?
Plan is kind of just keep doing it until they send a cease and desist letter, I guess.
Oh, so you really don't have anything going with them. It's really
No,
just
that was a joke. Yeah.
I think that went right over my head. I was really expecting. I was like, "That's kind of sick." Are you kidding me? Dunkin' Donuts, Coors Light. You know what the MCLA?
No.
Yeah, that's too
No,
bad.
that would have been awesome. I did see. What was the team the other day that got the Celsius sponsorship? Was that real, or did I get duped too?
Dude, team. When I was at Oregon, we had a yerba mate. Like,
Really?
basically, I don't know how that all works. I think you like if you have like someone as an ambassador or something for them, they can get a bunch.
Yeah.
You can be like, we're sponsored, but it is pretty sweet to have.
I think you can kind of just sign up, and then I think you almost just sign up for it. I think with Celsius, it seems like a lot of teams are doing that. A lot of people are doing that.
It's a good call. Gotta get something rolling.
Yeah, it's a good way to get around that like NIL loophole too. Like, that's what people don't understand is like, if you really wanted to make money playing a college sport, you should have just gone and played the club, because there were no NIL rules, no NCAA governing. So there you go. There's the loophole.
For all those club lacrosse kids getting NIL deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, just reach out to some company.
I feel like you just got to like DM a company, and if you have enough followers and post enough, like, they'll just be like, yeah, here's something.
I'm interested to see how many kids have actually tried that. The only person I've seen is the Tennessee kid that works for ECD. I think Greg was just like joking about him having an NIL deal with them, but I think if he actually did have one, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's weird now too. Like, they're getting high schoolers like sponsoring, like, these companies are sponsoring high schoolers. Like, that would be sweet. Like, being a 15-year-old and being like, yeah, I've got that STX sponsorship right now. Like, and then just go play club. That's the
dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so basically we need all the listeners to like, share, and subscribe so that we can get more followers, so we can get more sponsorships. And right now we are representing Dunkin' Donuts and Coors Light. So if one of the representatives are listening to this, hit us up. We'd love to represent more, and maybe get some free
start paying us
coffee
for it.
Yeah. But guys, what we've heard about how you guys created Varsity Club Lacrosse. What is your guys' kind of like end goal for what you guys can become with the account? I know I'm putting you guys on the spot. That wasn't in our notes. I apologize.
I think I mean, my involvement definitely isn't as much as it used to be, but I think I kind of accomplished my goal, and my goal was to just like honestly just like get some free stuff and like get some, like, I don't know, just have a cool outlet. Honestly, like, it was never really like a business thing. It was more just like this will be cool. Like, and I can post some stuff sometimes. So
Yeah, it's more just kind of cool just to keep it going and just make connections and just, hear other people's stories and just be able to, tell other people's stories. I think there's not really like, we're trying to like get to this many followers or, like make money off it. We're just kind of continuing to just put these stories out and just, you know, build a community, build connections within club lacrosse.
I think you guys have done such a perfect job of that. I've been a huge proponent of supporting varsity club lacrosse ever since I was super senior year. I think was the first year you guys kind of started this, and it was like, what the hell is this account? Like, somebody really made a club lacrosse account that's like actually doing pretty well. Because there were other accounts, like I've said before, that have either started a social media account or done even some podcasts. But you guys were really the ones that took every single team and gave them that exposure. Like even some D2, D3, D1 team can get on varsity club lacrosse. All you got to do is basically, I'm assuming, just send in like some info, and then you guys make some type of graphic or some description for it. And, whatever that may be, I think getting anything out for a team is perfect for their exposure, because I say on here a lot, the exposure is not given to MCLA teams and athletes. And so you guys creating this account has really opened the door for a lot of people to at least get their name on something, and I think that means a lot to a lot of people. So I just want to give you guys your flowers, because you guys have done a really good job with this.
Yeah, and it's really impressive that you guys started this in college and you kind of have a lot more free time, and then you've continued to do it even after graduating. That must be really tough. So props to you guys. It's really hard to manage all that time.
Yeah, and going off of that, how busy normally do you guys get in a season? And even now out of college, you got a job, you got a social life. So, what's that life like? I know, Tommy, you said, you're not as involved, but, what's that typically look like for you guys in a season?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say don't wanna put too much time and effort into it. I think I kind of just try and do like probably just one thing a day, one little like Instagram post of just throw up a couple pictures, just kind of keep it pretty simple, just one little thing a day. I think during the season though, I mean the rankings are probably the biggest. Definitely want to like getting those out there. But yeah, I feel like other than that, I mean a lot of stuff that we do post is just like sent in, like someone will just DM us and say like, I like like this kid's transferring here, like just tweet about it, like here's a cool story, and we just repost it. So I mean a lot of it is really just other people like helping us out, and I mean yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate people DMing us stuff and sending us like all the highlights we post are, I mean those are all just sent in. So yeah, it does kind of help when people following us or just sending stuff in.
Right. Do you guys have other people helping you? Is it just you two? I know there's other people in the Twitter bio, but I don't really know them too much.
Flu.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think Blue's involvement is kind of yeah, he said he would build us a store, and then I don't think he did. And then I think
he comes up, he just sends us some like big idea,
yeah,
but then never really follows up with doing it.
Hey, big idea, guys. Let's go.
That's all it takes to be a part of varsity club lacrosse. You just got to have some ideas, and then who else? We got Luke Paul still in there, right? I think he.
Yeah,
think
Luke.
so.
He wrote a couple articles for Lacrosse
Right.
All-Star, so you got to keep
And
him
also,
in there.
do you guys write for Lax All Stars as well?
I wrote one article.
Solid.
Yeah.
So that's a yes. You just got
Yeah,
to
That's
yeah.
a yes for sure.
I write for them.
Yeah, I haven't in a little bit. I do kind of every once in a while if I, see some cool story, I just, write out a quick 200 words about it, but I've kind of slowed down on writing the articles.
Yeah, it's kind of tough writing those, just like having the, I guess, desire to even just do them, because I'm technically a PNCL beat writer, and I wrote one article, I think my super senior year, so like 2 years ago, and then I did Players of the Week last year, but it was just like finding a MCLA article or topic to write about is tough in the first place, and then you whittle it down into the PNCLL, and then it's kind of almost even harder. So I understand that writing those, it's not the easiest thing, and even doing the Twitter account and even doing this, it's like, this is super fun and whatnot, but sometimes it's like, damn, like I gotta do a podcast today, and it's super fun and whatnot, but it is kind of hard to get into these MCLA things sometimes.
Yeah, I think just trying to keep it, put out at least like one tweet or post a day is a good balance to like keep it going without, putting in like all this work and all this effort.
Definitely.
Yeah, do you guys have a favorite interaction that you guys had with a follower on Twitter or Instagram, or any beef that you guys enjoyed to participate in?
Beef, definitely. I think I'm usually the one starting the beef, and Tommy's usually like, relax a little. Don't. I've definitely tried to squash any beef we've had going forward.
That's I'll give Golden credit. Like, there's always like whenever he gets in a little bit of beef, like it always ends up like turning into a positive relationship where now like he's always DMing the people that he had beef, like not always DMing constantly, but like he's got a good enough relationship to like reach out to these people now. So it's like, I won't name drop anyone, but it's just like
I was
sometimes
about to name drop someone.
Oh, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Do it.
I was gonna say with Beamer class. That was probably the last one.
When the
yeah.
Was that dude, that was so funny. That was so actually funny. I cannot believe he did that. Oh
yeah.
That's part of like what makes club lacrosse fun too, is like not like being disrespectful to the game, but like it's not like you have to be like, oh, like, all right, you scored, like walk back to your bench, like be a pro. Like, no, like you can have some fun and like do something, as long as it's not like, I don't know if that one, I don't really remember if it was like taunting or anything, but like
it was definitely taunting.
It was okay.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's still fun too.
Absolutely. I don't think that's disrespectful to the game. I mean, every game does that. Every sport you go to, I mean, granted, there's a few that probably don't, but like you're gonna see people doing the too little thing like everywhere you go. And I think it's just so funny that
I've done that to people too. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's just so funny that he chose to take that. And I feel like it's like a little out of context because he didn't know that it was club lacrosse. He's like, people are I don't even know what he said, but yeah, that was a very good interaction. I did love keeping up with that.
I think so like that's like, without understanding the MCLA and like being there, like it looks a lot worse than it was. Like it's still awesome, but it's also Indiana, which is Purdue's rival too. So like, hard to stand up.
It was weird. It was weird defending them.
But like,
you got to stick up for MCLA.
But we ended up we squashed the beef with Deemer and the DMs. We're all good now.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's bring it back up. We're bringing the beef back up. That's what we're trying to do. Causing more chaos.
I was thinking Mike Rabel too. That was the first one I thought of too. That was funny one. I was just
you guys have beef with him? I didn't see that.
No, it's a good relationship now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, but squashed the beef. Just
started off a little rocky.
They buried the hatchet. Yeah. No, he tweeted. Was it like Georgia going D1 or something like that?
Yeah, it was it was like a picture of them playing. It was like, oh, it'd be so cool if they had a team.
Oh yeah,
like, that's a picture of the team.
Oh, that's too good.
No, but we got a good relationship with him now, which is actually pretty cool. Because I mean, he's run the league. We've we've DM'd him a bunch of times. I mean, he gave us tickets to the championship game last year. So
That's sweet.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's sick.
yeah, so it worked out squashing the beef with him.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
he's a cool guy.
Sometimes it's good to start beef. Apparently, I might have to start doing that a little more.
That's actually like, yeah, it's kind of like a good business strategy is like if you want to like connect yourself with someone, just get in an online argument. And
Yeah, and then just apologize the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Big Cat, Barstool Sports. You have terrible takes. They're the worst.
Yeah.
Oh
Fight
yeah,
me.
that'd be a good one.
that would be, yeah. No, we have
You're
to
an
get, yeah.
owner of the Water Dogs, doesn't even go to a game. You're trash.
Partial owner. Partial owner.
Yeah, that's true. It is tough when they have that championship game like at the same time as NFL too. 'Cause, like,
Dude, I mean,
yeah, like
come on. There's got to be something better we could do there.
Mm.
I know
Like-
there's been a lot of people complaining about that.
I like the Labor Day, like having the games on that Monday. They should just copy it, move it back a little. Semifinals on Saturday, championship game on Labor Day Monday. There you go. I'm PLL, hire me. Yeah.
Somebody hire this guy.
Hire me
Jesus.
and Golden. Hire both of us.
Yeah,
And Sam and Brian. Hire all of us.
Hire
They
all
need
of
us.
Yeah.
We're not excluding anybody here. Everybody.
Yeah, I think they need us.
TLL
All right,
team,
guys.
MTLA players. Yep, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was just gonna ask. We have a final question that we normally have. So which is, what advice do you have for high school lacrosse players thinking about playing in college?
I think we used to
um,
one the coaches too. That's a good question.
yeah, I would say. I mean, whenever there's a kid visiting Purdue, and I felt like every time he was always like deciding between Purdue or some D3 school around him. I mean, I would just say it's just two different experiences going to a big school versus small school. And I mean, you just got to pick which one you want. If you want to go to a big school, go to a big school. But I mean, if you really like that small school D3 environment, definitely go there. But I mean, if you're not in love with that idea of going to a small school, don't be afraid to just go to a big school and play club. Yeah, I mean, just think about stuff outside lacrosse like that.
Yeah, like I mean, you could literally live anywhere right now and play lacrosse, like, or not anywhere, but like almost anywhere basically. So like really don't narrow yourself in like with your options after high school. Just like, I don't know, pick the school that's best for you, and the odds are that there's going to be good opportunities to play lacrosse too. So like, I mean, I played lacrosse and like or club lacrosse, like we all did, like it was all the best choice for us. But like, I don't know, if you really love the game, like, I don't know, just keep playing. Honestly, that's hope that made sense.
Absolutely did.
Keep
To get the
Playing
gist.
lacrosse, that's my advice. We got there.
Keep
eventually.
playing.
There we
keep
go.
playing.
Keep playing. And were we all fifth year seniors here too? All four of us?
Yeah,
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we all were.
4.5, but
Yeah, but like the fifth year was started, so I think we fall under there.
yeah.
My other advice is just keep grinding if you really want that degree too. Like, school can be hard, and yeah, just it's worth it once you've got that piece of paper with your name on it.
And everything
true.
that you learn through school, time management, everything
And that's
does apply to your adult life. Yeah. So that's great advice, guys. Thank you. Do you guys have any last minute shout outs for Varsity Club Lacrosse or anything that you guys want to promote?
Same with your poster. Shout out Harry's Chocolate Shop. I think it's right up
Hey.
there.
Harry's.
Yeah. West Lafayette, Indiana. If you ever need a drink and you're driving in the middle of Indiana, go to Harry's Chocolate Shop.
If you're not driving, but if you do want to drink, go to
bar, it's not
Harry's
a
Chocolate
chocolate
Shop.
Yep. It's a bar, it's not a chocolate shop.
Mhm. Try to do the great endorsement.
Yeah, I'd say just give a shout out to all the followers. Appreciate all the support, all the kind DMs, and you know, all the tips and takes we get DMs for. Appreciate all those.
What a humble guy. Humble answer. Love it.
And the haters too. Shout out to the haters.
Shout out to the haters. We love
Can't
the
forget 'em.
haters.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
And fuck IU.
Yeah.
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 And Illinois.
I know.
And Illinois. Boiler up.
I know. Purdue's about to play Illinois in about an hour and a half. So hopefully by the time this comes out, Purdue is
we're winning.
Covered that spread, everything. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some DGen sports bettors in the listening to this as well. So they're definitely looking for the spread.
That's good. This is like the beginning of the pivot to Varsity Club Lacrosse football betting podcast.
Yeah, that's next.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right, so that's it for our interview. Shout out to Golden and Tommy. Sam and I are very grateful that you guys give us the opportunity to have this podcast for the Varsity Club Lacrosse channel. And we're excited to see where this thing can go. So that's all for this episode of Varsity Club Lacrosse Podcast. If you guys want us to answer any questions, you can email us at varsityclublacrossepodcast@gmail.com and we'll answer them later. Make sure to tune in next time for more exciting content on the world of club lacrosse. You can follow us on Instagram at Sam_Criscola and at Brian Plunkett Lopez. Thank you for listening and see you next time.